Hello, so this is my MP3 project. So starting out, we got bass 1, which is just a square wave with a low pass filter and some sample and hold with this envelope shape here. So a bit of additive and subtractive at the same time. The next bass we got right here. I think that one's also and massive. Same premise as the last sound actually, basically. Just a few parameters tweaked in different ways. Then we got our processed drums right here. I have like these little grunt sounds in the background. Right here we have the sub, which is also done in massive. And that's just some additive synthesizing. The only thing other than it being a sine wave and some post-processing with EQ being boosted on the low end and high end being cut is I do a little bit with this envelope shape of a dip in the pitch, so it sounds a little more percussive. Just a couple things to make it fatter, more compressed. And then after that, we're into our next bass here, our next sustain bass. It's a pretty ugly bass. This one has some frequency modulation going, just 2 sine waves over each other, one 3 octaves down, one regular, band pass, some chorus distortion and compression, and there's also an envelope on the master tune to make it fall in pitch. Right here we have one of my favorite basses to make. I don't really know what I would call it, but it's some oh, I think that's not the sound. There we go. I'm basically FMing from B, but the wave that's multiplying has this grid stair-like motion to make it fall in pitch and make a glitchy sound. Sounds more like that. And here, probably the most basic additive synthesis I could think of. Just some basic white noise. I'm just modulating the amp and color. And other than that, the other main sound that you'll hear, it started out as a patch where I layered a bass with a sample of someone hitting a pot, and then I compressed it heavily, accentuated the mids, got rid of everything else, and then threw that into audio, and then put a Combs filter over it and some other processing to make this sound right here. And here in the second half, it will sound like it just did. Because for the second half, I add another Combs filter and some really fast, short delay to make it sound more metallic. So everything, all 30 tracks together, come together. My basses all have some stereo added. The drums are thrown more mono, so we're not competing for space. And everything but the drums, for the most part, is thrown to this sidechain track that I have ducking the audio right here. And I fit that to shape the kick and the bass. Pretty much all my basses for some basic posts all have EQ and some form of over-the-top compression, as that is the standard for dubstep projects that are highly compressed. And then also at the ends of phrases, since everything's into a sidechain track, you can just put a quick little band pass and do some filter sweeps to add a little more texture to your project. But other than that, bare bones, that is the sound design. Most sounds have frequency modulation and additive and subtractive included, but there are examples of patches with only subtractive, only additive, or additive and subtractive and frequency modulation. Hope you enjoyed.